Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am Carissa, and this is Heal for Real, where we talk about narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships. Today, we are talking about the detox, the emotional detox. This is that quiet moment. They are not there. They are not there to play with you. They're not there to manipulate you. They're not there to love bomb you. So now you're sitting there and you don't know what to do with yourself. All right. This is when some days you miss them and some days you hate them. So because you're sitting there on your own thoughts and you're reminiscing on good times, you're reminiscing on bad times. So yeah, it's a love and hate thing. What we're aiming for eventually, if you get through this detox, is to become indifferent. When people hear the word detox, they're thinking about drugs. And that's exactly what it is. It is like a drug. The person sends you on a roller coaster ride of highs and lows. All right. So leaving them, you are wanting that high again. Leaving in the relationship, you're in the relationship because of the highs and lows. You are an addict. You go on these extreme lows and then you go on these extreme. When I tell you the extreme highs, because they love bomb you and they give you all this attention or whatever. And the attention, oh my God. When a narcissist is love bombing you, it is beyond anything. It's almost magical. It is like every fantasy that you've ever had about a relationship, a knight in shining armor has come to rescue you. That's how they make it seem. And they make it seem like a fairy tale. So that fairy tale feeling is what you have. And that is your high. All right. And then when they just discard you and ignore you or whatever, you're coming crashing down. So the thing is, you're sitting there down at the bottom of the roller coaster waiting on the climax. You're waiting on that high going up. All right. When you leave or they leave, your brain is sitting there and it's looking for the hit. It's like, where is the hit? Where is that attention? Where is that love bombing? I need that again. All right. And then you feel... So you're there empty and restless, confused. Was I the bad person? Were they the bad person? You're going back and forth. You're thinking about the good times and the bad times. And you're going through this process and you're thinking about this like, oh God, well, maybe I did something terrible. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You did the right thing. Just leave them alone. You did the right thing. They did the right thing. Whoever broke up with who, it is the right thing. You are not missing them. Your body is just missing that chemical cycle that they created. Like I said, with the emotions, like I described it as a roller coaster. It's not the roller coaster of somebody who has like manic depression or major depression or whatever, and they have these manic. No, it's nothing like that. That person is battling that. You might be on the roller coaster with them because, when they're happy, you're happy. When they're sad, you're sad. But no, these people are strategically manipulating your emotions. They are giving you things and attention, physical and mental things to get you high. All right. And then they're snatching that away to watch you. So they watch you go down and then they watch you go up. And they are getting their rocks off just looking at the show. When you're with them and they're giving you the attention and the love bombing, your brain is releasing dopamine. And if you know how dopamine works, that dopamine boost, that's the happy that you feel. That's the extreme high, that euphoria. You remember I described it as like you feel like you're in a fantasy and a fairy tale. That's that euphoric feeling that you get with them. And that's what I'm saying. A regular relationship, I'm not saying that people don't feel that way or whatever, but when I tell you like these people know how to work it, it's like they came straight from the fairy tale, Prince Charming, the princess. They know how to work it. They know how to manipulate you. You are a puppet. They know how to control you. They know exactly what to give you because they're watching you. So basically, they give you all the stuff and then they switch it up and then they punish you or whatever, ignore you, stop giving you what you need, hold back attention, hold back money, hold back, hold back spending time with each other. They know what to do with it so they can watch you go down that roller coaster. And they are loving every bit of it. So your brain eventually learns that the only way to calm the pain that you're in whenever the narcissist decides to, ignore you or stop giving you what you need, your brain has learned to just wait on that high again. All right. And your brain has learned that the only way to calm that pain is through them. So you actually begin to need them. You need them to be happy. That is what your brain or what your body is thinking. This is what you're going through. That you don't need them to be happy. All right. Because when you're out of it, you find other ways to make you happy or whatever. And you end up making yourself happy. But you don't need anyone to make you happy. You yourself are responsible for your happiness. They are not responsible for it. This is when you're going to feel like you need the closure. This is when you're going to think that maybe it wasn't that bad or maybe it was me. Let me, you know what? I do want closure. Let me text them. I didn't, and then another thing, blah, 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 blah. And then they're going to come back in and then you're arguing or whatever. And then sometimes if they want to play with you or whatever, or they was like, okay, yeah, I got them. I got them right where I want them. They're giving me attention. So you giving them attention. So they didn't got their dopamine boost. And then on top of that, it was like, let me play with it a little bit more. Let me just say, hey, why, if I did so-and-so, well, you don't remember that time I came over and I had so much to do and I spent time with you. And then we ended up making it a weekend trip to the beach and we ordered room service and having you reminisce about a long walk on the beach. Everything I bought you this and I bought you that. Remember that? I didn't love you. I wouldn't have did all that. And the thing is, what you need to keep in your mind is like right after that, you decided to break up with me. And you stopped talking to me. Like for no reason at all. Like I don't even know. Or the reason they gave you was a stupid reason. But right now I'm saying really it'd be no reason at all. You decide to break up with me or you stop. And then right after that, you gave me the silent treatment for something that was that crazy that you said I did. You started giving me the silent treatment. And then I was like, well, what happened the other week? You was talking my ear off. Or you were doing this and this and that. You were showering me with gifts. You were love bombing me. You took me on the trip. You were giving me all this attention. So so keep that in mind or whatever when they remind you of that. But they remind you of that and then you're looking for that again. And then sometimes we're not going to do this anymore. We'll sink right back into that thing. We'll go right on back into that thing because they didn't remind us of that high that we got that they gave to us when they took us to the beach or whatever. I'm just using that as an example. But we're reminded of that. So we sink back into this relationship. Next thing you know, they over there and they playing with you again. Then got your hit. And you're going to pay for that hit too. All right. So right now during the detox stage, your body is trying to reset itself. You might feel anxiety, depression. You're going to feel lonely. You're going to overthink some things. You're going to be missing them and just altogether wanting to go back. All right. This is why you're tempted to reach out. You're feeling guilty. You think that maybe I made a mistake. Or if they broke up with you, you're really feeling that way because they broke up with you. And normally when people break up with people, it's a reason, right? It's a reason behind it. So if someone breaks up with you, it's something that you did wrong. So now here you are sitting in that thought, like, did I do something wrong? So the crazy part is because of this, you start defending the narcissist like they did. They went all the way out their way. They were supposed to work that weekend that they took me on that beach trip. But they put all that aside and they did all that for me. And that boss said that they had a big project that they had to do, but they decided to take me on this trip. And the reason that you go through this because your nervous system is trained to believe that they are your source of comfort. Remember my last video when I said that people don't want the truth. They refuse, they don't want to accept the truth. They don't like the truth. And we don't like the truth because we're so comfortable in the lie. You were comfortable in that lie. That whole relationship was a lie and you were comfortable with it. You were comfortable going up and down this hell's roller coaster. Yeah, I'm leave Hell's Island alone on this one, but hell's roller coaster. And your body just diffuses the abuse for attachment, for normalcy. So the detox, your brain is spinning. You feel and you can feel exhausted because you got all this stuff going through your mind. It's my fault. It's their fault. They weren't so bad. Yes, they were bad. Remember this time. Remember the bad times. You're going through. Your brain is going on this cycle, and you're tired. So I'm not sure how drug detoxes go. I don't know, but I do know that the withdrawal stage is probably a very detrimental stage for an addict. I've heard that sometimes people can die because they're craving this drug. We kind of have to go cold turkey, like a cigarette addiction. And you just, you shake it and you have these withdrawals with this physical addiction to something. And with this addiction, with this narcissistic relationship addiction, you have to find another resource. You have to find another place to focus your attention. And this is where friends and family and people you trust come into play. Like, make yourself busy, start a project. Shoot, I'm in school and it's helping because now my focus is there. But you're questioning yourself and you just can't move on like a normal breakup because it isn't a normal breakup. In the relationship, they have trained you to doubt yourself. When you go down the roller coaster, this is when you're asking them, why are you acting so different? This is when they say, oh, because you XYZ. So then you get that, you get rewarded again because I guess you've been good and pat on the head. So now we're going up the roller coaster. Then we go down again and you're like, okay, what did I do? I remember saying to my narcissist, asking them whenever they got that way, did I do something? And then, of course, they blame me for that too. They say, well, it always got to be about you. No, because every time now I have been trained to think whenever you get quiet with me that I did something wrong. And this is why you're confused now in the detoxes, because everything really has been your fault. And I'm saying quotes because it really wasn't your fault, because it'd be the dumbest stuff that they be upset about, that they choose to be upset about. Let me, reach back out, because really it's just your body reacting to the breakup, and you're feeling like, I need to reach back out because I just need to hear their voice. I just need to hear them say that it's not my fault. Basically, this is when most people kind of break down and give in. I remember being asked another example, like, well, why did you come back? And I told him, I said, because I had low self-esteem. Because I'm over here doubting myself and not sure of myself, when I know, I can tell you right now, I didn't do anything that, not saying I didn't do anything bad, but I didn't do anything to deserve what they gave me. That's why this part is just so important, this detox part. Because there's a lot that's going on here. There is a lot that's going on in your brain. So if you are in this spot right here, just know you're free. You are in a better place right now. You don't want to be on that emotional roller coaster ever again, or with anybody. Take what you've learned here and apply it to new people that you meet. Don't apologize for things that you didn't do. Don't apologize for things that were not that bad. I used an example one time, and like I said, I love metaphors. But I said, if someone comes over and steps on my toe on purpose, that's a lot different than somebody accidentally step on my toe. So they thought, it would be wise to say, well, it's still a hurt toe. That's true. But you premeditating, coming over there and plotting and planning to step on my toe is a whole lot different than you just not being aware that my toe was right there. And you weren't aware that the toe was going to end up hurt. So I said, so in the things that I did that you claim that I did to you, they were never on purpose. I never in my brain once thought that, hey, this is going to hurt them. What you did, you knew that that would hurt me, but you decided to do it anyway. Eventually in this detox process, you are going to break out of all of this, all of the self-doubt, all of the going back and forth. This is the part that you want to get to. You're not going to have any type of feeling whatsoever about this person. It's not going to be a hate and love thing. I miss you, I hate you. You're not going to have that anymore. And let's praise God in advance for when you get there, because you are going to get there. If you are looking at this video today, I am sending a prayer out for you that you are going to get there. God has your heart and God has protection over you to stay away from those people. And you don't care what they do with their life or what they decide to do. You don't care what they got going on their side of the fence, just as long as they stay over there. This is the part where you realize that this was never a relationship you were in. I mean, you probably already realized that, but you're still going back. But you really know now that that was never a relationship and you were in it for a lie. This is when you are no longer in love with them. You were never in love with them because guess what? There was never really a person there to love. That person doesn't exist. You had been trained to self-sacrifice. You were sacrificing your happiness to make them happy. You were sacrificing your happiness to keep them from getting mad, to keep them from leaving you. You were carrying all of this load on you while they're sitting there standing tall or whatever, playing with you. Okay, they got the magic wand. I'm gonna make her do this now. I'm gonna make him do this now. Do this. I'm gonna make them do this now. So they're gonna be sad now. They're gonna be happy now. They're gonna be sad now. So now and then the whole time you just carrying all this weight, trying not to. They're fragile, and you're just trying not to break them. The detox in that moment turns into power. You finally understand once again that you're not crazy, you're not dramatic, you are not the problem. You are trauma bonded, your body was addicted, your heart was manipulated, your mind was gaslit. So if you're detoxing right now, just remember that what you're feeling is normal. What you're feeling is what all of us have went through. All of us survivors, that's what we all have went through, because you're a survivor too. But once you get through it, it's just temporary. And it's part of the healing. It's not going to be there long. Just get through it. Do not contact them. All right? Do not, if you get into second guessing yourself, you know that what you did not deserve what they did to you. You did not deserve the type of retaliation that they did. You didn't deserve that. What you did was minor. Or if you did anything at all. They played with your feelings. They toyed with you for their own gain. Keep that in mind. Keep watching these videos. Like I said, whether it be mine or somebody else's, keep watching these videos. And that will help you see clearly what they were trying to do. Chaos is leaving your body. The addiction is breaking. And that's what I'm praying for you right now, that the chaos leaves, the addiction breaks, your heart rests, and your heart is sure, and your mind is sure that you have made the right decision and you will not go back. You're going to say one day, I cannot believe I survived that, but you did. All right. And I will never go back. And I will see people see crazy from across the street from here on out. If this has helped you, please drop a comment. Also, just comment what you would like for me to discuss later, and share your stories. But don't forget to like this video. Please like this video. All right. I should get a like for every for every watch. Just like it. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. Okay. And share this with someone you love. Thank you for joining me, and many blessings to you, and many prayers to a healed and complete heart. All right. Till next time, be blessed.